guys, so today I have a pop-up card. Well, kind of. It has a pop-up element on the inside, but the August monthly challenge for Scrapbook Lessons Club is something that is not flat. You know, kind of like a box or a pop-up card. Anything that, you know, is just not flat. You know, simply put, I guess. And when I am able to do something, you know, a little bit more 3D, it is always fun because I like being able to kind of be outside of the box and figure something out and then add a little bit more to it. So this card was so fun to make, and also I got to do some watercoloring, which I always love to add on cards, so it's just the perfect card, I think. It was the perfect card to make. So basically I just started with my moon piece, which came out a little bit more realistic, which really went well with the more doodly, cartoony look that the Bugaboo Unicorn Digi Stamp came with. Well, the clouds that came with the Unicorn Digi Stamp. I didn't actually use the unicorn because I wanted to kind of keep it more of a neutral, gender neutral card, so that, you know, just in case I want to give it to someone who's having a girl or someone who's having a boy, which, you know, either way it would work. And so all I did was just take a black watercolor pencil, color pencil, and I just brushed it over my paper with some water. Kind of gave it some dots just to make it a little bit more moon cratery like. And then with these clouds that I'm cutting out right now, all I did was a mixture of purple and blue, and then I added some yellow on the stars. So I just, you know, took my brush, dipped it in a little bit of water, ran my brush over the tip of the pencil, and then, you know, just kind of flattened around the shape of the clouds. So not too much of a, you know, not too much of a fuss really. Just a simple watercolor. And then I cut out these baby die cut word or letters. I mean, they make a word out of green, so again it would be gender neutral. And then I found this cool paper. It's kind of like mermaid scales, but I figured it'd be kind of cool as a sky as well, as a ombre kind of. I mean, they look like scales, but I figured it would be cool as a sky-ish background. And then I cut these tiny little stars out for the inside of the card, and I just took my scrap piece of paper and I just cut it down to size and put it on the side of the card for the front, and I think it added just such a great touch. So I'm adding a lot of dimension because I have my moon popped up and I have my clouds popped up as well. So I had to add an extra layer on my clouds so that it would look like the clouds are above, or rather in front of, the moon. And then I kind of played around with the stars and finally found the one that I really liked how it looked in that position. And it worked out really well for my sentiment. Well, sentiment, it's just, you know, the word baby, but it ended up working well to hold those letters. So it ended up, you know, being a 2-for-1 there. An extra, add an embellishment and sentiment holder. And then for my base, my card base, I just did a normal card base, folded in half, you know, cut in half, folded in half. Now for the fun part, the actual pop, I took I made little, size of the clouds, watercolored them up, and then I bent the edges and took my ATG and ran it through. I should have done the ATG first and then folded it, because it would have been less of a hassle, but, trial and error, I guess, because I've never made a card like, this before, so it's just kind of working through my brain of how I should do that. And normally I don't do the insides of my cards, you guys know that. But I figured I'd make a little exception for this one, because it is supposed to be a 3D popper. So I put the general writing paper, just the white sheet, and then I added a strip of that cloud looking paper, air quotes there, and then a star. And I figured that when I write to the recipient, I can put either the baby's name in the star, or I could just sign my name in the star. So it kind of another twofer with that star. So to add an extra, the cherry on top of this card, I decided to take some baker's twine on those little stars that I mentioned before and hang them from the clouds that I put just kind of lined up, and then just put it down on the card. And it turned out so cute. It almost looks like a mobile, and when it swings back and forth, it's just so cool. So don't forget to head on over to the Scrapbook Blessings Club, and you can have the chance to win a Bugaboo gift card or gift certificate if you enter into the monthly challenge. So I hope you guys like this card, I hope you like this video, and don't forget to check us out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!